Kia ora everyone, Lewis here with a little weather update for this busy start of the working week. I have just brought up the severe weather information here. There are plenty of warnings and watches in force for snow, rain, also wind. So I am just going to say on the top here, head to metservice.com and get all the details in terms of the severe weather, especially if you are travelling around the South Island, because with that snow there will likely be impacts to the roading network. So yes, definitely do that if you are travelling around the South Island. But let's actually take a look at the weather. So today, Monday, we do have this large frontal system bringing quite a big band of rain over the country. Also some potential for snow today on Monday, but it is as we move into Tuesday that we will see that snow level lower as that cold air moves in. So here we are at the end of Monday night, and we're going to move through into Tuesday morning, and we can see that snow starting to spread a bit further over the hills, through the hilly areas of the South Island, but still a very messy picture around 5 a.m. on Tuesday. Taking a quick look at the temperatures, they're going to be quite warm over the North Island because there is some warmth coming with that rain. Also that cloud and the wind is going to keep that temperature up a little bit. Around the South Island, also kind of on the warmer side, just around those single digits down in the far south, but they are due to get a lot colder as we move through the rest of the week. So now we are into Tuesday, and that cold air is really coming in with those southeasterly winds. So we're going to see that snow level getting quite low around that 200-300 metre mark in the southern areas, and we do just see that cold air track up with the cold front onto the north of the South Island by the end of the day, really just touching the southern tip of the South Island there. So there is still plenty of moisture being pushed into those eastern areas, and it is going to be cold moisture, so there is going to be quite a lot of snow falling through some of those more elevated areas, not quite down to sea level. It doesn't look like that's a likelihood. So zooming in on the North Island here for Tuesday, we can see still quite a messy situation with these bands of rain coming in sort of from the northwest. It is going to be really picking up accumulations in those eastern parts of Bay of Plenty, also around Taranaki as well. And there is a wee risk of some thunderstorms around the coastal areas and round through the north. So we can see most places will see some wet weather, or at least a very cloudy day. The eastern areas will probably fare a little bit better just having that sheltering. Taking a look at the temperatures all around those mid to sort of higher teens, and it is going to be another warmer night overnight. Plenty of wind and cloud around, just keeping that temperature up a little bit. But these temperatures aren't really too remarkable this time of year, probably on the warmer side of average, but not by much. And heading down into the South Island, this is kind of where a bit more of the excitement is. You're going to see plenty of snow falling about those elevated areas, plenty of road snowfall warnings in force, heavy snow warnings, heavy snow watches. Those southeasterly winds continue to push in, and there is going to come out as quite speedy winds along those west coastal areas of the South Island. That rain and moisture just pushing up the eastern coast as we move through the day. So it will be like western areas probably see a little bit more in the likelihood of sunshine, but it is going to be very cloudy and cold through those eastern areas. And as speaking of cold, we'll take a look at the temperatures. Christchurch just making it up into double digits. It is going to be bitterly cold around these southern areas, with those winds really just pushing through all day and not much in the way of sunshine letting any sort of temperatures climb. It is going to be these northwestern areas that do have that possibility to see some warmer temperatures. Now we're just going to take a quick look at Wednesday, kind of see how this situation progresses. That low out in the Tasman just stays there, stays stagnant, continues to throw more moisture over the North Island. We can see that cold front has slowly progressed onto more central and then northern areas of the North Island. We can see rain, sadly, does return back to those eastern areas of the North Island. It will just be something to keep in mind as we move through the week. But there is a little bit of good news in sight. There is a little bit of a ridge of high pressure spreading through here, so that is going to bring settled weather to the South Island first, but it is coming on the back of some cold air, so do expect some very frosty conditions, especially around those central southern areas of the South Island. That's all from me. Please do go to metservice.com and get the most up-to-date information.